A day since the two men at the top of government were found to have broken the law, since Boris Johnson became the first sitting Prime Minister to receive a criminal sanction, the first ministerial resignation. The Justice Minister, David Wolfson, said in a letter to the Prime Minister that he has, with considerable regret, come to the conclusion that the scale, context and nature of those breaches mean that it would be inconsistent with the rule of law for that conduct to pass with constitutional impunity. A resignation that could mean momentum.
This is why I want the Prime Minister to step forward with his plan to recognise the scale of the challenge we face, the fact that the trust has been eroded. Otherwise, we will get this drip-feed effect of people who no longer want to stay on the sidelines.
But Westminster is quiet in recess. Most are still biding their time, anger curbed perhaps by world events, for many, but not all.
Are you surprised that so few Tory MPs are calling for the Prime Minister to resign?
I don't need to wait and see how many more fines are issued. I think the fact that there was, now evidence of law breaking in the heart of number 10 is sufficient. So I don't know what other colleagues are waiting for. Maybe they haven't gone public. Maybe some already had. I'd love it to be enough, but it wasn't enough to save Matt Hancock or Allegra Stratton, neither of whom were ever investigated by the police, let alone fined by them. It looks like a bit of a different standard being set if we're not careful.
The Prime Minister remains out of sight in Chequers. Neither he or the Chancellor was seen today. Both men have apologised and the Cabinet have rallied.
He made a mistake. It was embarrassing and stupid. The Prime Minister's mortified about it. But I think there's a big job for him to get on and do on behalf of the British people, on behalf of the world fighting this cruel war.
The Chancellor took much longer than the Prime Minister to release his statement yesterday. Allies say he had a lot to think about. After what had been a terrible couple of weeks, he may well have considered resigning. But him going would have put the Prime Minister's immediate position into question. That prospect seems now to have passed, but this may well be a crisis delayed, not a crisis averted.
More fines could come, and Sue Gray's report will be released in full after the investigation. The Prime Minister and the man once expected to succeed him are now in this together. But timing in politics is everything. The timing of Putin's war, the timing of these fines in recess may well be what saves the Prime Minister and his Chancellor for now. Ali Fortescue, Sky News, Westminster.